More. These are actually pretty expensive. Since they're a late game item, that kind of checks out. Some friends and I have been playing in this world for about 3 years now, and we've built quite a few farms in that time. I've added the datapack that lets me use the crafter from 1.21 before it comes out, and I'm rather excited to go ahead and start using it. That's one of the best additions they've made to the game since 1.18 in my opinion. So, let's just hop down here, watch your step. This is the area where I've put most of the farms. Above here is a chunk loader that runs 24/7, allowing all of the farms inside of the 3x3 chunk area to stay loaded constantly. And as someone who doesn't have much time to play regularly, this has been a game changer for me. But those farms require maintenance, and I am going to use the crafter to cut down on that drastically so that I can continually focus on building. We have an iron farm over here, and as you can see, I've already installed a crafter setup on this, but I'm getting poppies that flow through the filter into the crafter, which clogs it up. I'm going to fix that momentarily. Over here we have a pumpkin and melon farm, and as you know if you've built one of these, the melons will come out as slices, and those slices need to get squished down into melons like this, and that's why this table's here. And I am going to go ahead and set up a couple of filter modules here and add a crafter array so that they will automatically be turned into melons. So let's go ahead and do that. So a crafter with full slots is supposed to output a signal strength of 9, right? Because I've put down this lectern with a book here, and I've got it on page 9. It should be putting out the same signal so that this crafter grid will output whole melons, but it's not. Not sure why. I'm gonna have to see if I can figure that out by the end of the video. And it's done. So now we can access the filters for maintenance through these trapdoors, and I can get to the crafter and the melon storage down here. Now to address this iron farm here. So while I was doing the melons, I had an idea. I think it'll work a lot better if I go ahead and put another filter slice on the input to the crafter, meaning the poppies will not be able to enter the crafting setup at all. So let's get that taken care of. Do you know how many iron blocks we've thrown away in the 3 years that we've been on this server? It's a lot. But at least now, the system has plenty of room to fill itself up, and putting the filter array here and having it filter out iron instead of poppies completely fixed my issues with that. So all that was left was to decorate the upper part of the iron farm a little bit, and I left one chest up top for some of the younger players in my server who like to come and get iron from here. I also noticed that the chest looked a little funny hanging out in the air, and I decided to build a little support structure for it. I see no way this will ever be used for anything but its intended purpose. Now with that done, we can move on to the wheat farm. Wheat farm is just up here. Oh, okay. My wheat farm is actually a honeycomb and honey farm as well. So I built a filter array to sort all that, including a composter to get rid of the seeds. Well, as far as fixing the iron farm goes, it ain't fixed. I'm gonna have to figure something else out here. Funny story, this iron farm broke a lot when we first built it, so it's continuing its legacy of being a pain in the rear. So for this compaction circuit for the honey bottles, which are going to be coming into here, I have used a circuit that CubFan135 showed on his video today about a honey bottle compactor. It has a smaller footprint than the other circuit that I've been using for the other parts. Nice. What I don't know is if the same circuit will also work for the wheat, and I'm about to find out. Ah, yep, it works. Awesome. And you'll notice that the composter is working in this one instead of using another crafter. I'm still figuring that part out. And I have had one more idea to make this area a lot better. See, I've been just putting up with this giant hole here for ages now, and I've decided that filling it in is probably going to make this area a lot more functional. Now, the real secret here is that underneath this thing is a little slime farm. It is very suboptimal and still manages to produce everything that I need. I'm thinking that this slime farm still needs an auto crafter though. Oh yeah. This new circuit, I like it. Notice the big guys were getting stuck on the blocks that were there, so I changed them out for stairs, and we'll see if that helps the big guy do his job a little better. This is becoming a good vibe that I think I'm going to keep going. And with that, I do believe all of the major farms that are within the chunk-loaded area are now auto-crafting. Except I haven't forgotten about the iron farm. You remember it looked different last time you saw it, and that's because I figured out a way to actually fix it for good. I added this buffer chest here that everything drops into by default, and then I have 2 filter circuits instead of 1, and that means that no more iron ends up going into the composter hopper. We have this overflow system for the bone meal, and if ever I use a bunch of it, then I suppose I'll install another crafter setup here. There's so much of it in there already that I don't feel the need to do anything with it. I got one more thing to show you. So automating all of the chunk-loaded farms has been a great start. It's just phase 1 of what I want to do in totality here. Phase 2 will be to construct some new farms to feed a factory. That factory will craft a lot of the commonly used redstone components, meaning that when I want to do a project, I'll be able to walk up, grab what I need, and run off and execute a lot faster. So if you've decided to continue watching as I create a highly leveraged gameplay experience in survival Minecraft, thank you. If you've decided to like, thank you even more. And if you've subscribed, thank you so much. So, I suppose I'll see you next time.